For some people, the word commitment is associated with fear and uncertainty. But when we discover something that we are good at and really want to accomplish in our life, we can develop the heartfelt passion to overcome our personal fears and make a commitment and take responsibility for our future. Hi, my name is Lauren Grace from the Rainforest Art Project, and this is the story of legendary artists who had the courage to reveal their deepest hopes, insights, and emotions through their self-portraits. We are fortunate that throughout every period of art since the Renaissance, artists have used the self-portrait as an important means of personal expression and revelation. The Renaissance began in Florence, Italy, and lasted from the 14th to the 17th century, and marked a rebirth in the arts from painting to sculpture, architecture, and literature. Prior to the Renaissance, very few artists were willing to reveal themselves on canvas. Improvements in the making of mirrors by the Venetian glass artists during this time made it much easier for artists to use themselves as the subjects of their paintings. Another contribution to this art form was the invention of oil-based paints, which dried slowly and gave them more time to develop their ideas and make necessary changes. The brilliant German Renaissance artist Albrecht Durer was only 13 years old when he drew his first self-portrait, and when he was 28, he painted his most confident and famous self-portrait, posing in front of a black background with curled hair that flowed over his fur-trimmed coat. And now, over 500 years later, viewers are still captivated by this remarkable painting, which is credited with beginning the genre or type of art that we now know as a self-portrait. Somehow it seems that over 400 years before the invention of the camera, the powerful self-sketches by the Renaissance genius Leonardo da Vinci are more revealing and honest than they could possibly appear in modern photographs. The 17th century Dutch master Rembrandt van Rijn may be history's most prolific artist when it comes to self-portraits, with over 200 to his credit. These paintings and sketches appear to chronicle one of history's greatest artists throughout his productive lifetime with tremendous honesty, illustrating emotions which appear to accurately align with the written history of his life. French artist Gustav Klimt was a pioneer in the realist movement, and in 1845 he surprised the art world with his self-portrait titled The Desperate Man. Klimt is considered one of the first modern artists where the traditions of the past were thrown aside in the spirit of experimentation and a new willingness to express complex ideas and emotions. The French Impressionist movement later in the 19th century came to a whole new understanding of colour and tone. There was a sudden change in the look of self-portraits as the Impressionists began to apply small touches of pure colour rather than using broader brushstrokes. Later pioneers of modern art would include Vincent van Gogh, with his painfully revealing self-portraits, and Pablo Picasso, who seemed to stretch the limits of imagination and innovation when applying his character to canvas. But it may be Frida Kahlo who inspires us most with her art and the compelling story that it tells. A native of Coyoacan, Mexico, Frida made dozens of self-portraits from her teenage years onwards. She began painting in 1926 while bedridden after receiving terrible injuries in a bus accident, which included a broken spinal column. And she was only 18 years old, and to help her cope with her suffering, she turned to her art. Her father mounted a mirror above her hospital bed and gave her a set of paints, and she was often heard as saying, "I am happy to be alive as long as I can paint." Frida created dozens of self-portraits during her lifetime, telling her story with breathtaking honesty through the use of brilliant color and rich symbolism that reflected the honor of her Mexican heritage. The self-portrait is an expressive outlet that can lead an artist down many different creative paths. A successful self-portrait starts with an idea from the artist and is designed and imagined without limits. The artist must make a commitment and take responsibility for the outcome. This is Lauren Grace signing off with the Rainforest Art Project, changing the world, one piece of art at a time.